The next one I had in mind also is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' speech this past Friday. So him being disputed champion is huge. Obviously, this past WrestleMania 38 beat Brock Lesnar and became undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. So I know he's also injured. He was injured. I think like the arm probably healed now. Well, probably not all the way healed, but it is healed a little bit to the point he can now lift up his arm like a good amount, so he can hold both titles. But what he said this past Friday was a shock to me because he wants all the gold. And obviously, we've seen like all the gold mean on a lot of wrestlers, especially with Roman Reigns. Like everybody's like, imagine if Roman Reigns had both titles, and now he also wants the Intercontinental title and the United States title and everything. So now, since Roman Reigns is a double champion, and he has his cousins, the Usos, behind him, like he looks at his cousins, and is like, you know what? We're missing something. I'm a double champion. I got all the world gold. I got all the main event gold. So why not you guys have all the all the gold as well too? So in his mind, he was like, go to Raw, challenge RK Bro to a unification match to become double tag team champions. And in their mind, they was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So they went on the Raw, this past Raw, on Monday night, and challenged RK Bro for the titles. For a winner-take-all tag team unification match. And honestly, I feel like for Backlash, I feel like that should be the main event. Honestly, I feel like that match should be the main event. Not no opener, no nothing like that. The main event. Okay? Like Roman can be maybe the second main event, but the main event to end off the show should be RK Bro, like the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, winner takes all championship unification match. And honestly, I would watch that match because the way they're going with Roman and the Bloodline and the Usos, it's really good. It is really, really good. And honestly, I want to see that match. Honestly, I don't know between RK Bro or Usos, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards the Usos. There's nothing wrong with RK Bro. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with RK Bro at all. There's nothing wrong with them. I just feel like if they're gonna push Roman Reigns hard as they ever did before, they gotta push the Usos just as twice as hard as they're pushing Roman. So I feel like the only way to do that is to have a match at Backlash for both of the tag team titles, and for the Bloodline, the Usos, to get the titles, the Raw tag team titles. Like, honestly, I would love to see RK Bro dethrone, the Usos, and they become undisputed tag team champions. I would love to see that, but the way they're pushing Roman to be, that person to represent both brands of Raw and SmackDown, they got to do the same thing with the Usos. It just doesn't make sense if they don't. So, obviously, they're gonna put Usos in the same position as they're doing Roman. So, now they want all the gold for themselves as well, too, like Roman. So, they can be undisputed champions as well, too. So the Bloodline can be undisputed champions. And honestly, too, like, if you think about it, Naomi is also technically with the Bloodline. because she's married to one of the Usos. So obviously she, like with her, she can be a double champion as well too. She can go after Charlotte Flair and get that title back. Obviously, if they push her the right way, but also too, if Naomi does get the title back, that means Sasha and them is gonna turn on each other, and that's not gonna be good. Cause why? Like Sasha is already like what, a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion, I think. So either 2-time or 3-time SmackDown Women's Champion. So if you have Naomi have the title, so she can be a double champion as well too. Basically, kind of like an undisputed champion. Well, basically a double champion, just like the Usos and Roman Reigns. But I feel like if she does do that, then they will have a storyline where Sasha does turn on Naomi, and they basically, have a match against each other for the title, which is gonna suck. So I feel like the next double champion to join to join the Bloodline has to be Naomi, honestly. Cause why not be a double champion along with your husband? Like that would make sense, right? That would definitely make sense. Cause you have Roman Reigns, Universal and WWE champion. You have the Usos that's gonna be Raw and SmackDown tag team champions. And why not have Naomi be Raw and SmackDown Women's champion? So she could be the undisputed Women's World Champion. Just like Becky Lynch, right? So, honestly, if they make that move for Naomi to be part of the Bloodline, which I, like, it still should be in the works, I definitely feel like they should do that. Because the only two champions, or the only two championship belts, they could probably just leave alone, is basically the United States Championship and the IC title. So, and that's like for mid-card people, honestly. So, even though the tag team titles is more like for low cards, basically only for tag teams only, which is technically a low card type title belt. So, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do this. It's a good push with the Usos as well too. Like Roman's already on top of the world. He's like the number one heel in WWE right now. So for also with dethroning him, the only few people that I can see dethroning him is either Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, maybe John Cena again, probably not. Randy Orton, definitely. And maybe Bobby Lashley. But overall, I think that's it. Well, never mind. And I feel like I forgot two people that I feel like for the new era that can also dethrone him. Braun Breaker and Gunther, aka Walter. I'm gonna tell you why I think Braun Breaker can dethrone Roman. I feel like since he's like the NXT champion, and I feel like for him, he has basically kind of like that power like Brock Lesnar does. So with him, he can definitely dethrone Roman. And Gunther, aka Walter, he was the longest reigning defending NXT UK champion. So why not can he be the longest reigning defending undisputed world champion, alright? Walter got that power that he can whoop anybody's ass. Honestly. He has that power. So, and plus he's on the main roster now. He's on SmackDown now. So, I feel like his next opponent, Roman's next opponent, should be Gunther. Literally. You have the former reigning, defending, undisputed NXT UK champion And you have the new reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion currently battling for both titles. Well, that would be a good match for either like a Money in the Bank or SummerSlam or TLC or Extreme Rules, something along like that. But overall, I know I'm going off topic. Overall, like with the whole Bloodline, Usos, double champion. Roman Reigns now, double champion. Undefeated. Undefeated. I'm keeping this at undefeated. Literally. That's all I gotta say though. That's all I definitely gotta say.